Hi, I'm Mark Robinson with Momentum Bay Associates. Today we're in downtown Houston with Hines, one of the first companies to promote energy efficiency and green building in Texas. Some of their development and operations team members are going to give us a quick tour of one of their many Energy Star labeled buildings, 717 Texas, formerly known as the Calpine Center.
People ask us why we did and incorporated the sustainable technologies that we did at 717 Texas, and we saw it basically as the next step in the evolution of building design and basically continuing on the legacy of innovation that Hines has been known for now a half a century. Another important facet I mentioned before was bringing daylight into the office space. Kind of common design standards for Class A buildings have what's known as a 9-foot floor-to-ceiling height for the tenant space. One of the efforts we did here was to try and maximize the amount of daylight that is brought deep into the tenant space, and we did that by compressing what's known as the plenum, which is the space above the ceiling, and being able to create a 10-foot high space, which is dramatically different. And if you understand the angles of how light goes into a building, it allows for a much greater amount to go deep, deep, deep into the core of the building. And one of the important design elements was to have the people that sit on interior offices feel like they have the same access to people with the exterior offices, and you can see through the use of glass office fronts, basically you were able to have, in essence, what is an exterior office on the interior, just being able to look right through.
Here at 717, all the base building water fountains are fed through domestic water cooling units. These are filter line water filtration systems. They use a charcoal base, a sediment filter base, as well as a UV light base to help purify the water for the tenants. These are the Trident controllers for the electrostatic filtration system for the outside air. Obviously, in a large building, feeding the building with sufficient outside air not only is a code requirement, but it just makes good building sense. Air purification is, again, one of the most important aspects of operating a good, healthy building. Well, we utilize the electrostatic filtration, which uses an electronic field basically to help purify or pull particulates out of the air before they're distributed through the building. Well, another one of the features here at 717 is in the thought process of determining how to, again, reduce heat islands and heat loads on the building. The thought was to incorporate a light-colored or a white roof. Here in Texas, obviously, it gets extremely warm during the summers. The temperatures in excess of 100 degrees, and the direct sunlight combined can add a tremendous heat load to the upper levels of the building. So the thought process again there was to install a reflective or a white surface to help reduce the heat island effect.
Well, thank you for the tour of 717 Texas, and thank you, Hines, for helping us create a healthy, sustainable Texas.